Hello everyone, Zsuzsa is here. In this practice today, the aim to activate a little bit, create a little bit more space in the throat area. We will activate the 5th chakra if you're interested. Two things before we start the practice. One thing, we will use a hand gesture, a mudra, which is called VISHUDDHA MUDRA. It looks like that you bringing the tip of your thumb in the root of your ring finger. You see, this is the line when your finger and your palm are meeting. But instead of keeping in the middle, move a little bit the tip of your thumb towards the middle finger. So basically between this space between the two fingers, okay? And all of the other fingers are kind of straight. They are kind of active, okay? This is called VISHUDDHA MUDRA. This is what we will practice. This helps to bring the awareness, the energy into the throat area. The other thing is really beautiful is humming. If you don't like to practice Om, for example, in certain classes, what you can do, just have a little like you have a bee in your throat, like you swallow the bee, okay? Is for mine a little bit loud now because of course I want you to hear me, but it can be super soft and quiet. Maybe your neighbor is not even hearing, it's a teeny tiny bee in your throat, okay? And even if it's really quiet, we will block the ears with the thumbs. So just stick your thumb into the ears, into the holes. Don't do, first I explain and after we will do together, otherwise you won't hear me, okay? Stick your thumb, kind of making yourself deaf. And as you're breathing in and as you exhale, really gently having this humming sound. And it's beautiful because if you're really blocking your ears, even a really gentle sound it sounds like you are in the deep down in the ocean, no one is around you, you are in your bubble, you can forget everything. And because it helps to lengthen your breath, this is an extra benefit, it helps you to relax fully and completely, okay? Feel free to practice just this humming sound in your own pace, in your own time, during the day, anytime. If you feel a little bit stressed, today we will practice during the asana practice as well. Hopefully you will enjoy, hopefully you will find it beneficial to find your own voice. Thank you very much, enjoy the practice. Let's start the practice in a way that you have a folded mat next to you, okay? And we will place this folded mat underneath the shoulder blade area. So basically approximately here, if you think about the bra strap area. If you find the folded mat is too much, you can do a couple of things. Maybe unfold your mat a little bit, or simply just have a towel, or worst case scenario, nothing underneath the shoulder blade area. Okay. And as you are lying down, chest slightly bit lifted, make sure that your arms above the mat, your shoulders basically not touching the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together and close your eyes. Bring your hands into the hand gesture, into the mudra, VISHUDDHA MUDRA I already explained. So the tip of your thumb is pressing against the root of your ring finger, where the finger and the palm meets, and a little bit, instead of in the middle, a little bit closer to your middle finger. And holding this hand gesture, just have a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Let's do it 2 more times, breathing in. And have a nice long sigh. Knees heavier, shoulders heavier. One more time, breathing in. And exhaling out. And just stay in this pose for a couple of breaths. Breathing in and out through your nose. Is the posture for the legs getting slightly bit uncomfortable? Of course, soles of the feet on the floor, knees together, or simply just straighten your legs. Okay? Or maybe just bring your legs into a different position for a couple of moments, and after bring your legs back into butterfly pose. Allow your whole body to be super heavy on the earth. The earth supports your body, holding your body. And as you are breathing, watch how it feels breathing into the chest, into the throat area. As you are working with the hand gesture, the mudra, it helps to bring the energy, the awareness a little bit more into the throat area. You might find this area is always tense. You might find it's always spacious. It really depends on life situation, life circumstances, and what is in our mind. As today we will activate the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, I encourage you to find a situation, small or a big event in your life, when you didn't speak out your truth. When you said yes, though you've been thinking to say no. When someone stepped over your boundaries and you let it to happen. Find this situation and we will work with this situation, hopefully cleaning up a little bit during the practice. And imagine this situation, probably if you feel a little tension in your throat. Imagine this tension like a little dark blue ball in your throat. Not moving up, not moving up, down, kind of stuck into your throat. Feel the discomfort, feel the tension. Stay there for a breath. And now with the next inhale, let's twist. Bring your right knee pointing towards the sky and rest your right knee on the top of the left one. Feel free to move the bum, the pelvis slightly bit back to keep the length of the spine. If you find it's definitely too much, simply just remove the folded mat from underneath. Turning your head towards the right, towards the opposite direction, wherever your knee is pointing. Stay there for 3 breaths. Breathe into the right leg, right side of the body, armpit, arm. Keep breathing into the throat area as you're holding the hand gesture, the mudra. That helps to energize a little bit this area. Find a little bit more softness. Visualize this little dark blue, hard ball sitting in your throat. Breathe in, breathe into the throat area. Everything is heavy. Stay there for a breath. Inhale, legs back into butterfly pose. Open your right knee back to the right, soles of the feet together. Stay there for 1 breath. Change the side. Slowly close the left knee on the top of the right one. Again, adjust the spine, adjust the pelvis. Move a little bit towards the left. And turn your head towards the left side. Stay there for a couple of moments. Everything is super soft. Try to make your breath just a fraction longer, even if you feel it's super uncomfortable, even if you feel there is no more space. Last breath. And with the next breath, let's remove the folded mat. Lift your left arm up towards the sky. Press your palm against the floor next to the chest, front of the chest. Lift a little bit your upper body. Remove the mat. And lie down on the back again. Just for a couple of moments, neutralize the spine. Hug your knees next to the chest. And lift your forehead next to your knees. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Breathe in here. And with the next breath, slowly roll up into seated position. And find a nice, comfortable seated pose. Lift your arms up towards the sky, breathing. As you exhale, hands next to your heart. And again, inhale, arms reaching up. As you exhale, hands next to your heart. Inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring your thumbs next to your ears and cover your ears. Cover the hole on your ears with the thumbs, other fingers resting on your head. And 3 times, only 3 times, have this little humming. It doesn't have to be super loud. It can be so soft and quiet that probably I cannot even hear. Okay, 3 times in your own pace, in your own time. Breathing in. Slowly release your hands. And one more time, huge circle with your arms. Lift your arms up. And as you exhale, let's lengthen the left side. Place your right hand on the floor. Lean towards the side. And we didn't finish the humming. We will come back very soon. First, as you're breathing in, bend your left elbow. Imagine someone pulling your elbow back. Turn your head towards the floor. We start to soften the neck. As you exhale, lengthen your arm and looking up. Let's do it 3 more times. Breathing in, bend your elbow, and as you exhale, add the humming. 2 more times. Breathing in, bend your elbow, looking down towards the floor. As you exhale, arm straight, look up and hum. Last time. Stay in this pose for 2 or 3 breaths. Feel free to find the arm position when you definitely felt the most stretch. Find the head position when you felt is still sustainable, but you feel something. Stay there, breathe there. 1 more breath, in your own pace, in your own time. And with the next inhale, slowly release. Come back to neutral. Change the cross of your legs. And let's do exactly the same on the other side. Palms together next to your heart. Inhale, huge circle with your arms raised. And as you exhale, left hand on the floor. Bend your right elbow. Someone pulling your right elbow back, looking down towards the floor, breathing. As you exhale, lengthen your arm, look up and hum. Nice, soft humming. Okay, let's do it 3 more times. Breathing in, bend your elbow, looking down. And hum. Breathing in. Exhale out, arm long, look up and hum. Last time, breathing. Stay there for 3 breaths. Find a position which is yours. Still breathing, long inhale, long exhale. As you've done the humming, you started to lengthen your exhale. Keep the length of your exhale. That will have to lengthen your inhale. And with the next breath, slowly release. Come back to seated position, come back to neutral spine. And with the next inhale, lift your right arm up towards the sky. Grab your left ear with your right hand and really gently pulling your right ear towards your right shoulder, creating a long, left side of the neck. Feel free to lengthen your left arm a little bit, like you want to reach the floor with the fingertips. Be gentle, still breathe. Don't overdo anything. Find a sweet edge when you feel something, but there is no pain, there is no strain. Stay there for a breath. Keep your head in the same position. Just place the palm on the back of the head. Keep the head as it was. And now, turning your head just slightly bit down towards your lap. Your hand behind the head is there to help you to go a little bit further if your neck is heavy. Just a little extra weight is not necessary. Different muscles having a little activation, a little stretch. Stay there for a breath. And slowly release your left hand. And bring your chin next to the chest. Rest your hands on your leg for 2 breaths. Allow the chin to be heavy. Stay there for a breath. And with the next inhale, bring your head back to neutral. Nice. And now other side. Lift your left arm up. And like you hugging your head, rest your hand on your right ear. And really gently pull your head to the left. Basically, it's just the little weight of your hand. There is not like pushing and pulling into the posture. Again, if you want extra sensation, the right arm is straight. Try to reach the floor with the fingertips. Be gentle. Stay there, breathe there. If you want to do the humming, you are more than welcome. Keep your head as it is, change the position of your left hand. And as your left hand behind your head, really gently turn your face towards the leg, towards your lap. Stay there for 2 long inhales. 2 long exhales. And stay there for a breath. And again, releasing your arms, bring your chin close to the chest. Back of the neck getting longer. Stay there, breathe there. And slowly again, bring the chin back to neutral. Stay there for a breath. And now we will lift the chin towards the sky. Imagine a thread attached to your chin and someone lifting it up and up and up. Concentrate lengthening the front of the neck instead of squeezing the back of the neck. Okay, lift the chin. Try to reach the sky with the chin. Chin up, chin up, chin up. Back of the neck is not squeezed. The vertebrae still have the space. Lengthen the neck, the front. Two more breaths. Lift the chin. And slowly release. Stay there for a moment. Again, bring your hands into VISHUDDHA Mudra for a couple of moments. Just stay there, just breathe. Keep your mind's eye on the throat area, breathing there. The energy, the awareness traveling into your throat. And breath by breath, as you moving the energy, the awareness into the throat, imagine this little blue ball. Breath by breath is getting bigger and bigger. The color changing because it's getting bigger, it's getting a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, a little bit softer. Allow your inhale to be long. Your breath is traveling into your throat, making this ball slightly bit bigger. And it is growing. As it is growing, slowly start to cover your head, your heart, the chest area, your trunk. Slowly start to fill up your arms, your legs. And slowly you start to realize you're basically sitting in this beautiful light blue light bubble. Finding the lightness, finding the softness. The bubble is still growing. And now you are sitting basically in a light bubble. Your breath is long, your body is weightless. You are like a little fish in the water. You are like a little bird in the air, just floating, flying, just enjoying the lightness, the freedom. Just feel this. And breathe this freedom, breathe this happiness into your throat. And watch as your muscles on your face slowly melting into a smile. Feel the joy, the freedom. Stay with this feeling for a couple of moments. Allow it to fill up your whole body, your whole being, every little corner of your being. Stay there for a breath. And with the next breath, slowly open your eyes if your eyes been closed, and let's move into child pose, okay? Now we will have a little sequence which probably can be a little bit too much for the knees, so if you know that your knees are sensitive, just fold your mat a little bit. Open your knees slightly bit wider, and as you're coming into child pose, turn your head towards one side. I'm turning my head towards the left, but feel free to change, okay? Your hands on your lower back. We continue activating, mobilizing the neck area. And as you're breathing in, come into kneeling position, lifting your arms up, roll the shoulders back, arms in cactus position, lifting the chin towards the sky. And as you exhale, back to child pose, hands on your lower back. Now turn your head towards the opposite direction. Inhale, back to kneeling. Cactus arm, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin. Over your heart. As you exhale, back to child pose, hands on your lower back, turn your head towards the left. And again, breathing in, back to kneeling, lift the chest, lift your arms. As you exhale, hands on your lower back. Inhale, lift. Let's do it 2 more times on each side. If you want, as you exhale, add the humming. As you exhale, inhale, back to kneeling. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, last time. Don't forget to change the direction of your head when you are in child pose. Nice. And from there, walk your hands towards the front edge of the mat. Slowly slide your chest forward. Come into low cobra or cobra. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Stay there for a moment. If your body happy, walk your hands slightly bit closer to the rib cage and lift the chest a little bit higher, just a little bit. This is your high cobra or cobra. Roll the shoulders back, you have a super long neck. If your body is still happy, tuck your toes under and lift your knees off the floor. Your pelvis is swinging to the right, swinging to the left. Stay there for the breath. And with the next breath, downward facing dog. Come into downward facing dog, breathe in here. And from there, as you exhale, back to plank pose. And from plank, lower the pelvis towards the floor if your lower back allows you to do. If not, stay in plank-ish position. So just a little bit softer plank. 2 more times. Inhale, downward facing dog. As you exhale, between plank and between upward facing dog, lifting the chin. Inhale. As you exhale, back to between plank and up dog, lifting the chin. One breath there. And as you exhale, lower the whole body down on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Stay there or lift your legs. Stay there or arms reaching forward, you are in Shalabhasana. Turn your palms towards each other. Squeeze a little invisible ball between your hands. Stay there for 2 breaths. Lift everything a little bit higher. Beautiful. A little bit higher. As you exhale, slowly release. Come back into child pose. From child position, downward facing dog. And you have the options again, stay in down dog. If you want to practice vinyasa, come into plank. In vinyasa, feel free to lift the chin towards the sky. In up dog. And back to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, lower both knees on the floor, keeping your knees together, keeping your feet together. Breathe in here, and now we will create C shape with the spine, okay? As you exhale, move both feet towards the left, look towards your toes. Try to reach the wall or whatever is on your right side with the right rib cage. Inhale, back to the neutral. As you exhale, other side, both feet on the right, look back towards your toes. Breathing in. As you exhale, left side. Inhale. As you exhale, right side. One more time on each side, breathing in. As you exhale, looking back, find a little more space in the neck. Breathing in, and as you exhale, other side. Next inhale, bring your feet back to the center. And now we will practice Virvasana legs. Separate your feet a little bit wider, and you have options. Sit on the floor. If it's a little bit challenging, sit on brick or block. Keeping your feet very close to the buttocks, your toes not pointing out, okay? Your toes pointing backwards. So sit on the floor, sit on a block. If you don't have block, sit on a box or something. You can sit on your heels as well. if today this is not your cup of tea. Lift your right arm up towards the sky and press your right palm against your upper back. If you want to grab your elbow, pull your elbow back. This is your version 1. Version 2, back of the left hand on your back. Or grab your hands, grab the t-shirt, and wherever you feel your hands, press your hands against the chest and lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Add the chin slightly bit. 3 breaths there. Someone pulling your elbows back. If you practice version 1, you are pulling your own elbow back. Press your hands against the chest, the back of the heart, offering your heart to the universe. Stay there, breathe there, find the softness. Find the softness in your neck. Inhale, release your hands, lift both arms up towards the sky, slowly, slowly, slowly. Arms parallel to the floor, front of you. Cross your right elbow, right arm on the top of the left, bend your elbows. Top of your hands or palms together, Garudasana arms. Inhale, Gobukasana arms. Lift your hands towards the ceiling. Maybe look towards the fingertips. As you exhale, elbow next to the belly button, chin close to the chest, round your spine, round, 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 round. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Turn your face towards the fingertips. As you exhale, chin close to the chest, elbows next to the belly button. 2 more times, breathing in. Lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, elbows next to the belly button. Inhale, lift. As you exhale, round your spine, round and round and round, and stay there for a moment or 2. Chin very close to the chest, maybe move your hands a little bit closer to your knees. Watch how it feels if you're moving your hands just a couple of millimeters, centimeters. Last breath. Inhale, slowly untangle your arms, release your arms, lift your arms up towards the sky, reach. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Super slowly look after your knees, look after your ankles. Come back to downward facing dog and just paddle with your feet a couple of times. Bring the blood flow back into the ankles, into the knees. Nice. Of course, if you want to practice vinyasa, this is your turn. If you want to stay in down dog or plank, you are more than welcome, okay? Choose your practice. Find your practice. And wherever you've been, let's go back to plank position. Lower the whole body down. Back to Shalabhasana. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. If that's available, lift your legs. Find the position for your arms, reaching back, side, forward. Stay there, breathe there. Someone pulling your toes, your ankles back. Reach forward with your hands. Lift everything a little bit higher. Last breath. As you exhale, release. Sit back onto your heels. And you are in downward facing dog. Stay there for a breath. And with teeny tiny steps, walk your feet towards your hands. Sit on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And lift one shin parallel to the floor, other shin parallel to the floor. Chest is still lifted. Maybe stay there, maybe this is your position. Flex both feet. Breathe in. And as you exhale, extend your right leg. Try to reach the sky with your right heel. And release. And again. Lengthen the left leg. 2 more times on each side. If you want to release your arms, you are more than welcome. Breathing in. And soften. Chest still lifted. And lengthen the left leg. Up, 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 up. Chest still up. And bend your knee. And again, breathing in. And chin parallel to the floor. And namaste. Beautiful. And now stay in this position, maybe hands behind the knees still. If you want to extend both legs, you are more than welcome. Stay there, breathe there. Hold your posture, whichever is yours. Stay there for 2 more breaths. Just enjoy what you do. Last breath there. Beautiful. Bend your knees, keep your feet hip distance apart, hands on the floor behind you, fingertips pointing towards the buttocks. Separate your hands a little bit, create space for the pelvis, hands next to the edge of the mat, and lift the bum. Keep looking towards your knees at the really beginning. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, swing your buttocks back. Try to push yourself back, 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 back. You see, my hands not behind me, they are next to my thigh, and instead of want to lift myself up, I want to push backwards. Feel free to use bricks or blocks underneath your hands if you find you have short arms. Inhale. If you want, look up. If you want, look back. As you exhale, stay there or swing. 2 more times. Inhale. Stay there or swing as you exhale. Inhale. Stay there or swing. If you've been swinging, stay there for 3 breaths. Someone pulling your buttocks backwards, 2 more breaths. Leave the bum off the floor, 1 more breath there. As you exhale over the buttocks, find your way to come into downward facing dog. Stay in down dog, plank or child pose, or have your vinyasa. And wherever you've been, slowly come back to downward facing dog. Drop your knees back to Virasana legs. Separate your feet. Sit on the floor, sit on the block, or sit on your heels. Lift the left arm up. Press the left palm against your upper back and grab your elbow, version 1. Hands behind you, grabbing your t-shirt or keeping your hand as they are, version 2. Or grab your hands, bind your hands, version 3. Press your hands against the upper back. Imagine with your hands you lifting the heart. Find a position for your head, for the neck. Create space. Breathe into the neck area, softening the jaw, softening the facial muscles. Just breathe. Find the lightness. You still this little fish, this little bird, swimming in the big, huge ocean or air. No ends, happiness, lightness, freedom. Breathe this feeling into your throat. Inhale, both arms reaching up towards the sky. As you exhale, arms parallel to the floor, front of you, now cross your left elbow on the top of the right. Bend your elbows, top of your hands or palms together. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Turn your face towards the sky. As you exhale, elbows next to the belly button, around your spine. Watch how your lower back feels. Maybe if you feel nothing, maybe it's a really strong sensation. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Work with the neck. Turn your face towards the sky. As you exhale, elbows next to the belly button. Chin super close to the chest. And again, 2 more times, breathing in and lift and lift. As you exhale, elbows next to the belly button. Head is super heavy, facial muscles super relaxed. And 1 more time, breathing in and lift and lift. Long breath, long, slow movement. And exhaling out. Stay there for a breath or 2. Find the stillness. Find the sensation. And with the next inhale, release the posture, lift your arms up towards the sky, reach. As you exhale, hands on the floor, come into downward facing dog. And again, make your decision, stay in down dog, walk a little bit, breathe a little bit, have your vinyasa if you wish. It's really your choice, what kind of practice you create for yourself. And back to downward facing dog. Drop both knees on the floor. Walk your hands towards the front edge of the mat. Try to reach the floor with the chest. If you keep your fingertips on the floor, you have a little bit more space for the heart, for the chest. If you want, keep the palms on the floor. That's perfectly fine. Stay there, breathe there. Soften. Last breath. Nice. Palms on the floor. Elbows on the floor. Sliding the chest forward. And lower the whole body down. Back to Shalabhasana. Practice the previous versions, legs straight, arms reaching towards any direction, or version 2 if you want to come with me. Bend both knees. Grab the outer edge of the feet or the ankles. Breathing in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And start to press, actively press your feet against your hands. That will lift the legs away from the floor. Try to squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Don't need to touch, just energize them. 2 breaths. Breathe into the front of the chest, into the throat. Lift the legs a little bit higher, 1 breath. And slowly release. Sit on your heels, back to child pose. And walk your hands towards your knees. Rest your hands on your legs. Bring your hands back into VISHUDDHA Mudra. Stay there for a couple of moments. Just breathe. Feel the lightness in your throat. You are sitting in this beautiful light bubble. Feel the lightness, feel the freedom in every single cell in your body, in your being. Finding the breath. Last breath in. Open your eyes. Lift both arms up towards the sky. And as you exhale, downward facing dog. Walk a little bit if you want. And now a little challenge if you're ready for it, okay? Breathe in downward facing dog. As you exhale, come into plank pose. Separate your feet, let's say hip width apart. Breathe in here. And with the next breath, lower the heels to the right. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. And as you're breathing again, both hands on the floor. Exhale out. Breathing in, lift the right arm. Heels on the floor on the left. As you exhale, both hands on the floor, plank. And again, heels on the floor on the right. If you want to keep the 2 feet on top of each other, you are more than welcome. As you exhale, plank. And again, heels on the left. Lift your right arm up. Plank. Good. And one more time on each side. Inhale, lift the left arm. As you exhale, plank. Lift the right. Now stay there. Lift your right leg. Bend your right knee and place the ball of the right foot behind you. Lift the hip, lift the chest. Turn the heart towards the sky. Lift the chin. Nice. Stay there for 2 breaths. If it's too much, left chin on the floor, right leg straight. Okay? Stay there for a breath. As you exhale, back to plank. Right knee next to the chest in this plank. Version 1. Right chin on the floor, left leg straight. Version 2. Extend your right leg towards the front. Lift the hip, lift the chest. Breathe in here. Beautiful. Breathe, lengthen. As you exhale, both hands on the floor and step back to downward facing dog. From down dog, you are in plank. Other side, lower the heels to the right. Lift your left arm up. And from there, bend your knee or lift the left foot, left leg, and bend the knee. Ball of the foot behind you and lift the hip, lift the chest. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. Try to reach the sky with the pelvis. Just breathe. Enjoy the space. You are this little fish. No, just freedom. No worries. And as you exhale back to plank, left knee next to the chest. Left chin on the floor, right leg straight, or immediately slide your left foot towards the side. Lift the hip. Lengthen. Breathe there. 2 breaths. Beautiful. Nice. Last breath. As you exhale back to plank position. And again, if you want, stay in plank, down dog child, or have your vinyasa. And back to downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog again, with teeny tiny steps, walk your feet towards your hands, lower the pelvis down, and you know what is coming. Back to both pose. Again, hands behind your knees, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. And again, option, lift one shin, other shin. If it's still too much, keep one foot on the floor. If you want, extend your arms towards the front, lift the chest, breathe in. Stay in this position, or as you exhale, lower the legs, lower the upper body. Inhale. As you exhale, stay as you are, or lower down. 3 more times. Inhale. As you exhale, lower down. Find your own option. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Last time. Inhale. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, shins parallel to the floor. Cross your shins. Stay there for a moment. Watch, how do you feel? Do you feel a little bit frustrated because you think you are not strong enough? Do you feel frustrated because you again feel something in your throat, because you didn't speak out your throat, because I hate this posture, why do I need to do? Okay, let's do because she's saying, but I hate it. And now with this, all of this frustration in your neck, in your throat, come into all-4 position. Fingertips pointing towards the front, fingertips pointing towards the side of the mat, fingertips pointing towards you. Open your knees a little bit wider, big toes touch, and slowly, 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 slowly sit on your heels, okay? Find a position when you feel a little stretch, or maybe a big stretch in the front of your hands, the arms. And here's down. Breathe in. And as you exhale, start to look between the eyebrows, so basically your eyes a little bit in a cross position, and open your mouth, stick your tongue out. I know it's not the most beautiful face. It's called lion breath. We do it 3 times, okay? It will release every tension. So let's go for it. Inhale. Exhaling out. Breathing in. Exhale out. Last time. Release your hands. Sit on your heels. Rest your hands on your legs. If you want, bring your hands back into VISHUDDHA MUDRA again. Breathe. Watch how the throat, how the chest area feels. Do you feel the lightness? Do you feel the freedom of this little bird, this little fish? Now bring this situation back into your mind. You started to work at the beginning of the practice. And imagine you're bringing this freedom into that situation. And imagine you said no instead of yes. Instead of being a good boy or good girl, you are a real person. Sorry, you are too late. Sorry, you are too loud. Sorry, I don't like what you've done. Sorry, you step over my boundaries. no. This is my no. Imagine this situation that without any anger, without any frustration, without any negative energy, you are super peaceful. You feel this lightness, your freedom within you. And you're saying no. Just watch this situation. How it feels. How it feels to speak your truth. How it feels not to push yourself down, make yourself little. Stay there for a breath. Next inhale, lift both arms up towards the sky. Open your eyes. And let's move back to downward facing dog. Hands on the floor. If you're super eager to practice vinyasa, this is your turn. If your body needs a little stop or rest, find any other option. And from downward facing dog, slightly bend your knees, look towards your hands, and as you're breathing in, step or jump or walk your feet between your hands. Breathing in, and as you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, big huge circle, come up to standing, reaching up. And as you exhale, hands next to your heart. Inhale, huge circle with your arms reach. As you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lift the chest parallel to the floor, halfway lift. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Have your vinyasa if you wish, or stay in down dog. And with the next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, bend your right knee, lift the right hip. Allow your right leg to be super heavy. Feel free to draw some circles with the right foot, with the right ankle, easing out a little bit. Stay there for a breath. Try to kick your bum with your heel, lift your right hip even higher. And as you exhale, bring your right knee next to the chest. Try to kiss your knee around your spine and step your right foot between your hands. High lunge. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Make sure you're zipping up your invisible trousers. Lift the pubic bone towards the belly button. If that bends your left knee, that's perfectly fine. Lift your arms up, arms parallel to the floor in front of you. Walk the right foot a little bit to the side. Cross your right arm on the top of the left, right elbow on the top of the left. Bend your elbow. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Maybe turning your face towards the fingertips, maybe looking forward to keep the balance. As you exhale, folding forward, right shoulder inside of your right knee. 3 more times. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, folding forward. Try to imagine someone pulling your wrist forward. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, folding forward. Forearm parallel to the floor. Last time, breathing in. Folding forward. Stay there for 3 breaths. Allow your pelvis area to be heavy. Elbow traveling towards the floor. Someone pulling your wrist forward. 2 more breaths. Right shoulder close to your right knee. Stay there for a breath. Nice. Left palm on the floor. Lift your right arm up towards the sky. Imagine someone pulling your right wrist back. Right arm is super heavy. Create a little extra space in the right shoulder, chest, throat. Stay there, breathe there. Left knee on the floor if it's too much. Change the side, right palm on the floor inside of the right foot. Press your knee against the arm, arm against the knee as you're lifting your left arm up. Again, the left arm super heavy. Stay there, breathe there. Last inhale. As you exhale, both hands on the floor, either side of your right foot. Breathe in here, and as you exhale, slowly start to straighten your right leg. Feel free to grab your bricks or blocks. Keep them underneath your hands if your front knee is bent. And a little play with the right foot. Flex your right foot. And press the ball of the right foot on the floor. Right hip back, left hip forward. 3 more times. Inhale, flex. And lower down. Level your hips. Last 2 more times. Breathing in. As you exhale, lower. Press the ball of the foot into the floor. Last time, breathing in. And lower down. Stay there for 3 breaths. Turn the belly button towards the straight leg just slightly bit. Imagine someone behind you pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Just breathe. Your body softens slowly, slowly. Stay there for a breath. Beautiful. And now you fly, warrior 3. Bend your front knee. Zip up your invisible trouser. Arms parallel to the floor and shift your body weight forward. If you want, keep your arms as they are. If you want, arms parallel to the floor, front of you. Find this position. If you want to practice dancer, bend your left foot, left knee. Grab the outer of the left foot and you're pressing, pushing your foot against your hand. Lift the leg, lift the chest. 2 breaths, wherever you are. Warrior 3 or dancer. Last breath. Slowly back to warrior 3. Huge step with the left foot. Downward facing. Exactly the same on the other side. Lift your left leg up, bend your knee, lift the hip, left leg super heavy. 3 breaths there. Again, feel free to move the left foot slightly bit. Try to kick your bum with your heel. Your leg like a tail just hanging behind you. Stay there for a breath. And as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands. And from there, come into high lunge position. Lifting your arms up, zip up your invisible trouser. Arms parallel to the floor, front of you. Cross the left elbow on the top of the right. Bend your elbows. If you need a little extra space, walk the left foot to the side. Inhale, lift your elbows, reach, 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 reach. As you exhale, folding forward. Don't be surprised if this side easier or a little bit more challenging. 3 more times. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, folding forward. Someone pulling your wrist forward. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. As you exhale, folding forward, exhaling out. Last time, breathing in. Folding forward. Stay there for 3 breaths. Belly button aiming towards the floor. Elbow aiming towards the floor. Fingertips aiming forward. 2 more breaths there. Right hip, right thigh, traveling towards the floor. Stay there for a breath. Nice. Untangle your arms, right palm on the floor, lift the left arm up. Someone pulling your wrist backwards, turning the chest towards the sky. Allow your arm to be heavy. Stay reaching up and slightly bit back. Stay there, breathe there. Left palm on the floor, inside of the left foot. Lift your right arm up, other side. Arm is heavy. Breathe into the chest, into the throat area. Feel the freedom, the lightness, the water, the air. Last breath. Both hands on the floor, either side of your left foot. Slowly straighten your left leg. Level your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Stay there. Work with the left foot. Flex your left foot. Try to scratch your nose with your toes. As you exhale, ball of the left foot down. Press the heel of the big toe, heel of the small toe into the floor. 3 more times. Inhale, flex. Left hip back, right hip forward. Pressing down. 2 more times, breathing in. As you exhale, toes down. Last time. Inhale. Exhaling down. Stay there for 3 breaths. Your chest wants to reach the left big toe. Okay? Not your knee, the left big toe. Offering your heart to the earth. Stay there, breathe. Stay there for a breath. Get ready for warrior 3. Soften your front knee. And again from here, zip up your invisible trouser. Find a position for your arms and shift your body weight forward, lifting your right leg up. Again, find a position for your arms, reaching back to the side or forward. Stay in warrior 3 or come into dancer position. Press your foot against your hand and lift the chest, lift the leg, lift, 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 lift. 2 breaths wherever you are. Just enjoy what you do. Last inhale. As you exhale, slowly release. Both feet on the floor, both hands on the floor. Keep your feet hip-width apart. Come onto your tiptoes as lowering your heels, the buttocks towards the heels. Breathe in here, lift your heels as high as you can. Lift, 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 lift. Huge stretch on the sole of the feet. Bring the chin close to the chest. As close as you can. 3 breaths here. Lift your heels a little bit higher. Chin a little bit closer to the chest. Facial muscles super soft. Exhale out through your mouth. Stay there, breathe in. Last breath here. Inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, and slowly sit on the floor. Lower the bum down and extend your legs towards the front. And now your both legs are straight. Separate your feet hip distance apart and bend your right knee. Your right here quite close to the right sit bone, and you have space between the left leg and the right foot. Okay, it looks like this. So not like this, there is a little space. Okay. Inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky, reach up. As you exhale, folding forward, fingertips on the floor. Lengthen the spine, breathe in here, and as you exhale, turn the belly button a little bit towards a straight line, folding forward. This is your version 1, okay? Stay in this position. If your body happy, kind of hugging your right leg, right knee next to the body with the right arm, right hand on your lower back, and left hand on your lower back. Maybe stay there. Maybe bind your hands. And try to reach the wall behind you with your hands as your chest traveling towards the left big toe. Stay there at least 3 breaths. Just breathe. Nothing particularly to achieve, just breathe. Enjoy the sensation in the back of the leg, in your lower back, in the pelvis area, in the shoulder. What do you feel? What your body tells you, what is the truth, what is the reality of your own body this morning, this afternoon, whenever you do the practice. Stay there for a breath. And with the next inhale, slowly release the pose, come back to neutral. Right foot outside of the straight leg, lift your left arm up towards the sky, and twist. Press your elbow against your knee. Stay as you are. This is your version 1, okay? Version 2, if you can keep both sit bones on the floor, bend your left knee. If that's available, bind your hands. Left leg underneath, left arm underneath your left leg. Breathe in here. And today, instead of looking back, look forward. Look forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, find a pose when you feel something, breathe there. Watch how your neck, shoulder, watch how is your body. Try to find, breathe in this freedom you experienced. Breathe into the area where you feel you need a little extra space. One more breath here. And slowly release. Untangle your legs, your arms. Keep both legs straight in front of you. Now bend your left knee. Again, don't forget, keep space, some space between the foot and the leg. Lift your arms up towards the sky, reach. As you exhale, folding forward. Find a position which is yours. Stay there. If your body happy to bind your hands or keep your hands on your lower back, stay there, breathe there. Pulling your hands back, just forward if you're binding your hands. Breathe into the back of the right leg. Stay there, breathe there. Just enjoy breath by breath. More space in the back of the leg. More space in the lower back, in the shoulder area. Last breath here. And with the next breath, slowly release, lifting the chest. Get ready for twist. Place the left foot outside of the straight leg, and again keep the right leg straight or bend your knee, your choice. Both sit bones grounded, rooted. Press your right elbow against your left knee and find your position. Keep looking forward. Change a little bit the twist. Keep your arms as they are. If your body happy to bind your hands, go for it. Just breathe. Watch the breath. Watch how your body feels. What is the truth, the reality on this side? I'm sure this side feels different than the other one. Stay there for a breath. Nice. And as you exhale, release your legs, your arms, and bring the soles of the feet together in front of you, creating this diamond shape with your legs. Okay? And thread your arms underneath your legs. This is your version 1. And simply just stay in the position, chin close to the chest. Stay there. Just breathe. If it's too much, of course, you don't have to thread your arms underneath your legs. In this case, just folding forward. If that's available, extend your hands, your arms backwards, like your fingertips want to reach back. Your legs pressing a little bit your arms towards the floor, chest towards the floor. If you want to challenge yourself, you can try to keep just the heels on the floor and slowly straighten your legs. Make sure your legs not above your elbows but above your upper arms. And as you slowly straightening your legs, flexing your feet, your chest is traveling towards the floor. Maybe it's yours, maybe not yours. Please, if you want, if you are in a mode try out, but if it's not yours, just release. You have 2 more options, 2 more versions. Stay in your position for 3 more breaths. Just breathe. At least try. And with the next breath, slowly release whichever version was yours. Bend both knees, hug your knees next to the chest. Bring your forehead next to your knees for a moment or two. And with the next inhale, lift the head. Now again, you have your options. We already had both pose a couple of times today, so feel free to practice any version of both pose. The last version which I offer you today, grab the big toes with the first 2 fingers, roll the shoulders back, lift one shin off the floor, other shin off the floor. Okay, maybe this is your posture. Maybe this is your posture. And from there, if that's available, slowly straighten your legs. Someone pulling your heels towards the sky, arms straight. Press your feet against your arms. Stay there. If you want to open your legs, stay there. Lift the chin. Maybe you are here. That's perfectly fine. Okay? Stay in your pose for 3 more breaths. Enjoy the space. Zipping up your invisible trouser. Try to reach the sky with your heart. Breathe in. And exhale out. Don't hold anything. And as you exhale, bend your knees, both feet on the floor. Straighten your legs in front of you. And sit on your hands. Okay? Place your hands underneath your bum. We are moving into fish position. Lower your elbows on the floor. Okay? So you're not sitting on your wrist, you're sitting on your fingers, kind of. Walk your elbows very close to each other. Just lift it. I can stay here forever. Imagine you are on a beach. You are just watching people in the beach. Instead of just sinking, press your elbows against the floor. Lift the chest. And slowly lift the chin towards the sky. Finding space in the neck area. Now I won't talk for 3 breaths. Stay in the posture, breathe into the throat area. And slowly bring the chin close to the chest. Remove your hands from underneath your bum and lower the whole body down on the floor. Last position today is Shavasana. Spread your legs and arms nice and wide in Shavasana. Of course, if it's not your cup of tea today, coming to seated position is perfectly fine. Find your position, close your eyes. Have a nice deep inhale through your nose. And exhaling out through your mouth. Breathing in. And exhaling out. Breathing in. Long, long exhale through your mouth. Rest, relax your whole body on the floor in the chosen position. If you want to bring your hands into VISHUDDHA Mudra, you are more than welcome. If you want to just lose everything, keep everything super soft, that's perfectly fine. Even your fingers, that's perfectly fine. Watch how the throat area, the chest area feels. Your facial muscles still soft. The jaw is still relaxed. You have long inhale, long exhale. still you're sitting or lying down in this beautiful light bubble with the freedom in every single corner in your being, of your being. You already being able to talking out your truth, saying your yes or saying your no. You experience how it is to be true for yourself. I know sometimes it's not easy to speak our truth because we have no idea. Now, I am the person who is talking, am I the person who is talking, or the mask which is really deeply engraved into me? If you are just allowing yourself to breathe, soften, find this freedom, trust when you open your mouth, you will talk and not the mask. And when you are talking your own truth and people turning their face away from you, they leaving you, they abandoning you, just say thank you for them. Because these people being interested in the talk of the mask, they encourage you to wear your mask. And what's the point to living a life always hiding behind the mask, being teeny tiny, being small? Hiding behind the mask, being teeny tiny, being small. You are the most valuable, most miraculous being in this universe. You have your own truth, the voice which is unique. No one has this voice, and the world needs your voice. If you're speaking your truth and people leaving you, don't worry too much. One of the law of universe, if there is space, that will get filled up. If there is space for new people, they will arrive. You will find your own tribe. You will find your own tribe when your voice will be a music. And you can dance together with these people, sing together your sound, your song with these people. Just breathe, just trust. And try with small things. Try with not really kind of dangerous situations. First, to speaking out your truth. If someone offers you something and you don't really fancy, say no. And slowly, slowly build up this strength. Because everything is just practice. Build up this strength. And later, if they offer you a different position with less salary, you will be able to say no. I'm valuable. I'm worth it. You cannot make me small. Just loosen up the fear, which most of the time just stops us living on our full potential. Live your life, just enjoy your life, just enjoy the freedom, like this little fish, little bird been enjoying to be. Stay in the pose for as long as you wish. Just breathe. Whenever you're ready to finish the practice, finish your practice. Namaste.